In this video, we are looking at a few questions on conic sections. First question, we are asked to write down the equation of the circle with center at 4, 5 and radius 3. Before we have to solve the problem, we need to know how is this equation, how is the equation of a circle supposed to look like. There are actually two forms of an equation of a circle. There is standard form x minus h square plus y minus k square equals to r square, while the general form is x square plus y square plus dx plus ey plus f equals to 0. Now in our question, since we are not told whether we should write the standard form or the general form, we should keep in mind we should give it in the general form. Now we have to use the standard form in order for us to get to the general form. Now the standard form says we have x minus, we have to use the center. The first value is the x coordinate, the second value is the y coordinate, then minus 4, we square that, and then plus y minus 5 square equals to 3. But looking at the standard form, the radius is squared, meaning we should also square the 3. Now we have to expand the brackets. Expanding the brackets, we know when you have a minus b, that is equal to a square minus a times b times 2. Then you get 2ab and then b square plus b square. Therefore, this side now we are going to have x square minus 4 times x times 2 is 8x plus 4 square is 16, and then plus y square 5 times y times 2 is minus 10, y plus 25, 5 square is 25 equal to 9. 3 to the power 2 is 9. So now what we have to do, we now have to move the 16 and the 25 to go to the other side. Then you are going to have x square, and we can also bring the y square, and then minus 8x minus 10y equals to 9 minus 16 minus 25, so that this side we have x square plus y square minus 8x minus 10y equals to this side we have 9 minus 16 minus 25, we are getting negative 32. Now maybe maybe I need to explain the reason why we brought this y squared to follow x squared is because our general form, the y square follows the x square and then followed by the term with an x and then y and then plus a constant. That's why we have it in this way. Now, since the general form should be equal to 0, therefore we have to move the negative 32 to come this side. Then you're going to have x squared plus y squared minus 8x minus 10y plus, this side is negative. When it comes this side, it becomes positive 32 and then equals to 0. Now this is the equation that we needed to get of that circle at center 4, 5 and radius 3. Now let's look at another question where we have to find the center. In this question, we were given the center and the radius, and then we had to find the equation. Now in this question, we have to find the center and the radius when we are given the equation in the general form. Now we need to remember that this is the general form or the equation of a circle. In order for us to find the center and the radius, we have to write this equation in the form x minus h square plus y minus k square equals to r square. Then our center will be points h and k. Now let's rewrite that equation. We have 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 3x plus 2y plus 1 equals to 0. Now the very first thing that we need to do is that if you look at our final answer for the first question, you can see that our answer here, the coefficient of x squared is 1, the coefficient of y squared is 1. Therefore, given this question, we have to make sure that the coefficient of x squared is 1, the coefficient of y squared is also 1. Now to do that, we have to divide throughout by 2. Throughout by 2. Now these 2 will cancel with that 2. Then we only have x squared plus these 2 cancels with that 2. We have y squared minus this, we can leave it as a fraction, 3 over 2x plus 2 by 2 is just 1, only have y, and then plus half equals to 0. Now from here we now have to group, so we can have x squared and then we bring the other term with an x minus 3 over 2x and then plus y squared and then plus y. We can also move this half to the other side so that it becomes negative. Now what we need to do here, let us try to group these terms, the y's in one group and the x in one group. Now what we need to do here is that we need to complete square, so that what we have here should be in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. We have the x squared term, we have the x term, but the c, we don't have it. Those are the numbers that we need. Now, how do we get them? We have to identify our b value. The b value is the number in front of x. In our case here, it's 3 over 2. What we do to that value, we divide it by 2 so that we can get 3 over 4. And that value, we have to square it. The same here, our b value is the number in front of y, which is 1. We halve it, and then we square the result. Now we can write our brackets. We have x squared minus 3 over 2x, and then we have to add the square after halving the b value. We can write it the way it is: 3 over 4 square close bracket plus y square plus y, and then plus half square equal to negative half. Now, what we need to do here is that these two numbers that we have added, we should also add them this side. 3 over 4 square is 9 over 16. 1 over 2 square is 1 over 4. Then this side we now have to factorize. Now, factorizing what we have inside the bracket, we focus on the term that have squares. We write x and then minus 3 over 4. We put this in bracket and then square, plus, to factorize this, you only focus on the terms with squares. Then you're going to have y, don't write the square, and then plus half, and then we square, equal to, we can now punch this on a calculator, negative half plus 9 over 16 plus 1 over 4. We are getting 5 over 16. Getting 5 over 16. Now, what you can see here is that comparing with the standard form, we have x minus 3 over 4, which is what we have there, also squared the same here. Now, in order for us to find the center and the radius, the center, we said it's at HK. The center here is 3 over 4. Although it's negative, here it becomes positive. Here is positive, it becomes negative half. While the radius is the square root of this. The radius, remember the radius in our standard form is r square, meaning this is r square. Therefore, to get r, we have to take square root. Then we are going to get square root of 5 over square root of 16 is 4. That is how you answer questions on cycles.